Good evening and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things. Okay. Um, I wanted to talk about two things. The DA's office to file a motion to charge the teen in the deadly Hickory Hill crash as an adult. As you all know, I spoke about that crash, kind of hit close to home because one of the young ladies, I knew her mother too. Okay, I grew up around her mother. Because her mother had grown up on Tulane and was always around my family. And the young lady Dantrice, the daughter, is the daughter of my first cousin. Okay, so we kind of hit close to home. My cousin has been doing the best that he can. He's been going and spending time with his grandchildren, trying to handle this. His grandbaby has been upgraded. She's doing well. And I was looking at now they're looking to charge the teen as an adult, in which they very well should. And I want to show y'all what Fox 13 um, is saying. That's little Danny right there because she looks
With
like
a high speed crash that killed three women, is now charged with their deaths. And as Fox 13's Jack Bilyeu explains, he may soon face those same charges as an adult.
Well, Fox 13 is not yet identifying the 16-year-old boy accused of causing that deadly crash at Rains and Kirby last week because he hasn't been charged as an adult. But the DA's office says it intends to move this case to adult court due to, quote, the gravity of the crime. The teen made his first appearance in juvenile court yesterday after Fox 13 learned over
Jesus
the weekend he'd
Christ.
been released from the
Oh
hospital. The
God, the car
juvenile
blew
court
up in
clerk's office
flames.
tells Fox 13 the boy's charges include 3 counts of vehicular homicide, 9 counts of aggravated assault, felony evading arrest, aggravated robbery, possession of prohibited weapons, no driver's license, sexual battery, and more. The charges appear to stem from multiple cases. Fox 13 told you the car they say the teen was driving was stolen the day before the crash after what police called a disturbance involving about 10 people. The crash involved a
Y'all see
total
the
of
car went
5
up in
cars and
flames when
sent
he
6
hit the.
people to the hospital,
Oh,
including a suspect and a 2-year-old girl. She was in the car with the 3 women who were killed, including her mother. The teen is due back in juvenile court September 23rd. In Memphis, Jack Bilyeu, Fox 13.
yeah, that was my first time seeing that. That is very disturbing. The car went up in flames. The baby, that baby has a purpose. So help me God. Because she survived, she fought, she woke up, and she is doing well. Um, because she was in a coma. Her mother tried to fight, but she just didn't make it on her way to the hospital. The other ones were killed on impact. And it's so sad. It's so emotional seeing that. And I can only imagine how my cousin feels, you know, seeing this. I don't know if he had already seen it. I don't think he has because I think he's been trying to hold up the best that he can hold up. Hey, I know, he's a street dude, but just seeing him at my aunt's house last week, seeing how bloodshot red his eyes was while he was walking around trying to talk and smile like everything was okay. It was very hurtful to me seeing a man trying to hold up, knowing that instead of just letting it out, but who's to say he had not? But the type of red his eyes was, it seemed to me that and my aunts and stuff, that his pressure was up. I thought maybe he had been crying a lot too, but I'm sure seeing this is going to disturb him too. Looking at his daughter, a car that his daughter was in, his baby's mother was in, go, and his grandbaby and their relative go up in flames like that. It's just sad. And so people are still trying to find a way to blame the police instead of blaming that 16-year-old thug. Okay, menace to society. Okay, so he had charges for sexual battery, all types of other stuff, which means he should have been in juvenile. Okay, so he's out because everybody want to put a pacifier in people's mouths and blame the police for everything. So, because if you blame the police for everything, then you don't have to deal with what you're doing. You don't have to deal with your children. You don't have to deal with yourself. You know, you want to. A lot of these people that hate the police, they want to write bad checks. They want to be able to steal out people identities in peace. They want to be able to go and grape the little girls and the little boys. They want to be able to commit incestuous stuff to their own children and stuff because a lot of them freaks anyways, and don't have to deal with it. Just be mad at the police. We get the police off the street and I can continuously do all this in peace. I watch people that hate the police real bad because they know we can't live in a lawless society and find a way to try and blame what this person just did, took out a whole family, and that was my family. Okay? But they try to find a way to redirect it at the police. And I'm gonna tell you something. My cousin he's reformed now, but he was a hardcore street dude, and he ain't blaming the police. He putting the blame where it's due, and that is that 16-year-old boy was wrong all the way across the board. Okay. Okay, so he ain't out in the street no more. He never wrote bad checks anyways, and wanted to put little girls in trafficking and all that. So he didn't. He got real money. Okay, so he understood that when he got caught doing whatever he was doing, when he was doing it, he had to go lay down and do his time, right? Because he understood even still that we can't live in a lawless society. So he's pointing the blame at the young man, not the police, because number one, he was in a stolen car. He went through a red light. He hit them. The car went up in flames. The car flipped over, went over and up in flames. He killed a whole family and almost killed a baby. And so people are finding a way to blame the police so that they don't have to deal with these teenagers that are growing up in their homes, right? They don't want to have to look in the mirror because if you deal with what you're supposed to deal with, then that means my dad used to say people don't want to deal with stuff. You know why? I said, why? He said, then they would have to change. Folks don't want to change. And that's what's going on, okay? But that was very disturbing looking at that. But I'm happy that he is being charged as an adult because he has a long criminal history. He's been doing a lot of stuff and getting away with it. And this was just one more thing that he was going to get away with. But with him being charged as an adult, how much time is he going to get? He just took out a whole family. Okay. And so, like I said, that is very disturbing to me. That's my first time seeing that. Okay. And so something has to be done. People gonna have to, when these 16-year-old boys and 14 and 15-year-old boys are riding around in stolen cars and they're out late at night, the parents need to be arrested too. I didn't know he was in a stolen car. You knew he wasn't in your house at 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So you got to be held accountable because that's your minor child. Start holding some of these parents accountable, I bet you some stuff gonna change. It's how they used to do it. Okay. But anyways, I wanted to talk about man dodges gunfire after confronting people who sold his daughter a car on Facebook. Yeah, I didn't know people was buying cars on Facebook. Okay. But they buying cars on Facebook. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Hold on.
Yes. And he says it happened to him. Now he says he's out $5,800 and still doesn't have a car. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Darcy Thomas.
And I'm Daryl Green. Fox 13 Sierra Jordan is live from where that man's car was stolen. Sierra, you talked to him too. What'd he say?
Daryl, well, the victim said he met the seller here at Captain D's to confront him about selling his daughter a stolen car. But instead of leaving with answers, he ended up with injuries.
I was in fear for my life.
A man is fearing for his life after trying to buy a car on Facebook Marketplace. The victim did not want to be on camera to protect his identity. He says this all began when his 17-year-old daughter purchased a Nissan Maxima, just like this one, for $5,800 on Facebook Marketplace 2 weeks ago.
Like a week later, I was asking her, Macy, where's your car at? Finally, she told me like the car was stolen.
Turns out that car his daughter bought was stolen. After turning the car into police, the victim says he learned the same seller was attempting to sell another car on Facebook Marketplace. So he set up a meeting at the Captain D's on Getwell Road. Before that meeting, the victim says he called Memphis police requesting they be present for the buy. When police got to the scene, the alleged suspect drove off.
Pulled in a black Nissan Maxima with black wheels. He sped off, and they went to chase him through Memphis, and he went through a red light, and they're like, we can't pursue the chase because he went through a red light.
$5,800 gone and still no car. That's when the victim says he decided to take action into his own hands. He says he reached out to the suspect pretending he was interested in yet another Nissan Maxima.
Yeah, just bring me $6,500 cash.
Now, for the third time, the victim set up another attempt to buy a car. During the transaction, the victim claims he asked the alleged seller for the car's title and VIN. But instead of giving the documentation, Memphis police say another vehicle pulled up and started firing shots.
There was bullets flying all around me, and I was running away. They come around the corner, start shooting at me again at Taco Bell. I go in Taco Bell, and they lock the door.
The victim says he was not shot, but he did suffer minor injuries from running away from the gunfire. Now, coming up at 10, I'll share the victim's message towards getting justice from what happened. Darcy, Daryl.
That is Fox 13 Sierra Jordan reporting live tonight. Sierra, thank you.
Well, y'all, I didn't think people even bought cars on Facebook, but this man, he should have. I don't know what he thought was going to happen. The police obviously, it's sad that they obviously didn't care. Um, and once he ran the red light, they stopped chasing. And I would hate to think what would happen if somebody snatched up a baby and the police got behind them in time and they ran a red light. Are they gonna call off the chase? Hmm. Um, I guess people gonna be mad at them about that too, right? If they call, well, why did he ran through? They had a child, But what this is what's happening. But I don't really know. I hate that happened to them. I don't even know why people would even buy a car from Facebook. You can't hardly trust buying a car from a car lot, let alone on Facebook, with nothing but scammers. They're selling stolen cars right in the police face. Um, and they have an auto theft task force, and that's weird within itself that people are feeling freely to do this because they're doing it every single day. But with him trying to set them up, I mean, he did the job of the police 3 times. Yeah, I believe 2 or 3 times. He should have known when they saw him again that that was a dangerous thing, right? That was going to be a dangerous thing. But I'm happy, that he was not hit or anything. But he had a determination. When people take your money, that pisses you off really bad. But he should have just let the police do their thing. Yeah, he should have just let the police do their thing. And but that was a dangerous thing right there. But I'm happy that he came out okay. But anyways, you guys, I just wanted to um get on here and talk about that. I'm happy that nobody lost their life or anything like that. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.